Hello everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the PES99 Master League, and we are diving straight in where we left off last time. However, we have a list of players. Thank you all for your recommendations and getting in touch and things like that. A lot of you very excited for this one. So yes, we have put together a list of players that I'm excited to buy, potentially to look at, to have a look. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. We have 130 million, so that's not actually that much money in this game because all these players are amazing and they cost lots of money because it's modern day prices. Yes, we'll see how it goes. But first up, in positional order, Fabian Barthez obviously joined Man United in real life later on. A couple of seasons time, I think it was. And yeah, a very, very, very good goalkeeper. Now, I would like to bring him in. It depends how realistic we want to be, because would Barthez join as a backup goalkeeper to Peter Schmeichel? I'm not too sure, but I did say at the beginning, it's just a bit of fun, this save. So there's similar to the likes of Gigi Buffon, currently at Parma, 20 years old, and could definitely be a wonderful goalkeeper for us. An unbelievable goalkeeper in real life, obviously Italian stalwart in the national team. Just, yeah, really, really, really good goalkeeper. So we'll see. Potentially he could be an option for us as a backup to Peter Schmeichel. Then we go into Molina, Atletico Madrid. I don't know how many of you will be familiar with him, but was amazing on the Champ Managers back in the day. And that's why he's on this list. Right-footed goalkeeper. Very, very good. And yeah, just phenomenal goalkeeper. So we'll have to wait and see. But I really like all of these goalkeepers I've listed, to be honest. And there's a lot of people on this list that are just there because of how I felt about them back in the day. They might not be the best players. They might not be the ones that you would pick, but yeah, so some of them are. Some of them are the ones you've picked. But yeah, we've got Rekber Rustu from Fenerbahce. Always used to play with a little black eyeliner, I was going to call it, but marking under the eyes. Probably someone that would be happy to join Man United as a backup goalkeeper to Peter Schmeichel. Very good jump, a very good goalkeeper. Did he have a stint at Barcelona in real life? I think he might have done. Low punt, high punt, long throw, captaincy and fighting spirit as well. So yeah, definitely one on the list for us to potentially consider as a backup goalkeeper. And then Hans-Jörg Butt. Anyone that played Champ Manager knew that this guy was absolutely unreal in goal for the German national team. Became one of the best overtook Oliver Kahn to become the best goalkeeper in the game, basically, back in Champ Man. So I added him to the list for nostalgia's sake. Another one that would probably be happy to actually be backup to Peter Schmeichel in real life, who knows. But yeah, it was a long, long time ago. But yeah, that's the goalkeepers. Centre-backs, we've got Anderson from Mönchengladbach, another beast. The Swede was so good in Champ Manager days. Like, very excited to the fact that we could bring him in and a good backup to, well, we'd probably replace Ronnie Johnson, to be honest, and a good backup to Jaap Stam. But yeah, interesting to see what he's like. We got Rio Ferdinand from West Ham, hasn't even moved to Leeds yet. So that could be just bringing his Man United career earlier, basically, because obviously we signed him from Leeds in real life, who had signed him from West Ham. So yeah, definitely a defender there that could develop into something very useful. Already 83 rated overall as well. So very excited to see what happens. And this is a save where we're just going to have a bit of fun. So let's see. Christian Worns is there. Paris Saint-Germain centre-back, obviously German, 26 years old. Another one, I think I remember him from his days at Borussia Dortmund more than PSG. But another one that I remembered from Champ Man, sort of around this era, who was just really, really good. And yeah, like, I'm excited and we're only at the defenders. Wait until you see the more attacking players that we've got on this potential list of people to buy. So yeah, Vaughan's was very, very good. Jens Novotny, another really good German in Champ Man, who was a beast of a defender in the air, if I remember rightly. But yeah, very good 24-year-old German. Like, again, we're not listing people that are bad, are we? We're not listing people that are bad. So can play right back as well. Excited to see what he could potentially bring. Ugo Egiog. Anyone that played Champ Manager will remember that Ugo Egiog turns into an absolute beast. The extra front man playing style if we ever need it as well. But yeah, physical, absolute monster. And a very good defender in his own right, like from Aston Villa, then moved to Middlesbrough and did well for them as well. Never really made it as much of his potential was made of, but yeah, 82 overall in this game, can play and hold in midfield as well, and of course is English, so if we want to keep that spine to be English, that would be pretty good. Lizarazu, the left back, another one, like every player from I think if you watched France 98, you would have fallen in love with Biexect. I can never remember how to say his first name. Beziect. It had an X in it. Lizarazu. Bayern Munich, left back. We need a new left back. I'm trying to sell Dennis Irwin, and just phenomenal. Whether we could afford him, whether we could get him, I don't know. I haven't looked at any prices of any of these players yet. So yeah, Lizarazu would be my first choice at left back. Thuram, I'd more play him at centre back than right back, but what a player, what a man. Yeah, Palmer there at the same time as Buffon, hasn't got his big move yet. But yeah, Lilian Thuram, I mean, what a defender for France, for Palmer. Like, just what a defender. I don't really need to give him any more. It says he's already on the decline. That's interesting. He's only 26. But yeah, Lilian Thuram. Into the midfielders, Dejan Stankovic from Lazio is up there as well, the Serbian. Like, really good player, only 20 in this, so this is before his move to Inter Milan. Just very good on the ball, very, very good on the ball. Could definitely be an ultras. Look at all those player skills. That is outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous. But yeah, very, very good. Dejan Stankovic could definitely do a job for us in central midfield as a backup to Keane or Scholes, and could potentially replace one of them. Next up, Pavel Nedved, another Lazio player, infamously good. Like, this was pre-Juventus, and Pavel Nedved was just unreal as well, and it just so good, Pavel Nedved, like unreal. There's not much you can say. There's not much you can say about Pavel Nedved. Just ridiculously good, absolutely ridiculously good. Yeah, could definitely do a job for us as well. I'm pretty sure all these are going to be far too expensive for us to buy. Ludovic Gulli, AS Monaco, can play all across the midfield, all in the forward three positions as well. 22 years old in this, again, pre-Barcelona, Gulli, and was just so consistent for Monaco in this era. And another player on Champ Manager that just became so good. It was really good to see him. No player skills for him, but another one we could definitely bring in to sort of be a backup and a rotation option. And I'd love to have him in a United shirt in this save. Zinedine Zidane. Now, he's 98 rated overall. We're never going to be able to afford him, I don't think, in this save. But I wanted to show you how good Zinedine Zidane was. Yes, ball control 99, dribbling 95, tight possession 97. That is absolutely ludicrous that his lowest stat on that page is finishing 76. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like, he is just so good. So good. Yeah, Zizou, like, unreal. Absolutely unreal, Zizou. JJ Okocha from PSG. He hadn't had a stint at Bolton yet. Had been nowhere near Bolton at this point. 24 years old, can play all across the midfield and in the forward positions if needed. Like, yeah, obviously great dribbling, great tight possession, flair, tricks galore. Just unbelievable. Really good. Like, it would be fun. He would be a fun signing to make, JJ Okocha. Yeah, we'll have to see. Djalmina, again, people that played Champ Manager 0102 will probably remember this guy from Deportivo La Coruña. He had 20s everywhere on Champ Manager 0102. I'd be very keen to bring him in at left midfield as a backup to Ryan Giggs. Great dribbling, great ball control, huge flair, left-footed as well, so could whip in some crosses. Yeah, just I can't stop smiling about this mod, about this save. I'm so excited to make some signings and get stuck in. Juninho Pernambucano, one of my favourite Brazilian footballers ever. Still at Vasco da Gama in this, but is amazing at set pieces. He's on there just as a sort of nod, a nostalgia nod. I don't think we're going to sign him. Who knows? Maybe we do and he'll be back up to Paul Scholes. But yeah, very, very good. If we needed a set piece specialist and we didn't have David Beckham, I'd consider bringing in Juninho Pernambucano. But what a player. What a man. What a Brazilian. Lovely stuff. Obviously pre-Lyon, which is where he really made his name. Igor Titov. Oh, if you know me from my history, then you'll know that I love this man for no other reason than he scored a very good goal in the World Cup once, and on Champ Manager 102 he fired me to, I think it was 5 Premier League titles in a row as Man United manager from attacking midfield. He was just spectacular. So I can tell you right now, he will be joining us in this save. There is no doubt about it. At some point, Igor Titov will be joining us and will be playing backup to Paul Scholes in attacking midfield. He'll get some run-outs in the cup games and in the weaker Premier League games and when we need to rotate. But yeah, Igor Titov, he's one of those players that you just love for a very obscure reason Igor Titov. Del Piero, as we move into the strikers, a creative playmaker at Juventus, absolutely phenomenal footballer, only the age of 23 in this save at the moment. Like, love to bring him in, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with the money. Not too sure that's going to happen in this one, but just such a good player. Would love to bring the Italian in. Like, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Raul from Real Madrid, 21 years old. Another one I'd love to bring in on that left-hand side or playing in behind the striker. Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to change the core of the 99 Man United squad too much, but I've got a feeling we might be. But yeah, so good. 21 years old, left-footed, like absolutely unreal. Raul, just absolutely unreal. Recoba from Inter Milan, another sort of set-piece specialist, but another player that could play on the left if we need him to. Very, very good. Did have problems with injuries in real life, but yeah, just a phenomenal footballer. I think he had a passport issue as well, which is why he never really left Italy. He could play in Italy on his Uruguayan passport, I think it was, but never really could move anywhere else outside of Italy, and then got into some proper trouble, I think, towards the end of his career. But yeah, you can see, very versatile, really good player. We'll see. 22 years old as well in this one. Thierry Henry, the 20-year-old from Monaco. So, what's that? Pre-Juventus and pre-Arsenal, obviously. But yeah, speed, acceleration, great shooting, great ability. It'll be amazing to see what he could do in a parallel universe at Man United, hey, of coming off that left-hand side. But one that we'll keep an eye on, because I do think he probably won't be too expensive at the age of 20. But we'll have to wait and see. Ariel Ortega from Sampdoria is another one that I'd be excited to bring in. Another Champ Manager legend. Absolutely amazing. You could pick him up on a free transfer, I think, at the end of like the first or second season on Champ Man. But yeah, very, very good. Really good player. Left-footed trickster. Absolutely wonderful. And yeah, could do a great job for us. All these players could do a great job. And then Gabriel Batistuta at Fiorentina in this save. Just a pure goal machine in real life, wasn't he? Gabigol, like, just, or Batigol, I should say. Gabigol was the other guy, Batigol. Like, kicking power 95. He's just finishing 94. I would love to bring in Batistuta. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But it's just, this is such a nostalgia trip, isn't it? With the music on and this. Trezeguet completes the list up front. Again, at Monaco, hasn't moved to Juventus yet. And 83 rated overall, 21 years old. Another one I do think we could possibly bring in a little bit cheaper than the likes of Batistuta. But yeah, just absolutely phenomenal. Keep getting your names in that you want to see in the game, and we'll go and look at them. I can add them to the list and we can go through them like that. But I do want to start making some offers in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to first go for Djalmina, and we're going to see what they're saying. Okay, 31 million. But they are resistant in parting with one of their key players. Okay, so, and he's not convinced his role at our club would be the right one. So, I mean, we could go 35. That's his release fee is 35, so that's not actually too bad. That's not actually too bad. We can then up his weekly salary to 72, which would leave us around about 90 left in our budget. I'm wondering if can we be cheeky here and be like, look, I don't want Jesper Blomqvist, so you take Jesper Blomqvist off my hands. You're telling me Jesper Blomqvist is worth more than 50 million? Wow, okay. If I take him off, disable that. Sorry, 35, wasn't it? 35 is the minimum. Jesper Blomqvist is worth more than 35 million. Okay, I think we just pay the release fee for Djalmina. Give him a 2-year contract. He does want a release fee of less than what we're paying, which is very irritating. Yeah, he's not happy if we increase the release fee. So I think we just go, let's give him an appearance bonus, a goal bonus, like big goal bonus, big win bonus. That's fine. We'll try that. We'll try that. We've upped his wages a little bit. We've got 35 million potentially leaving the door. Now, I did say Titov will come in. We'll make sure that happens at some point. We do need a left back and a centre back. So and a goalkeeper, because I want to move on Van der Hau as well. Now, I think I'm going to see what Fenerbahce want for Rustu. 17 million. Has he got a release fee? Yeah, he's got a release fee of 20.4. Again, he's another one that's not convinced. So if we go players to be traded, chuck Van der Hau in the mix, and then give them like 10 million and Raymond Van der Hau, and see what we can get. We'll have an option. They can have a 20% option if we sell him on as well. We'll bump up his salary a little bit to 68,000. Appearance bonus, he can have a win bonus, and he can have a clean sheet bonus as well. So let's try for that and just see what happens. So we've got two opposite, a goalkeeper and a left midfielder. I sort of want to go big on a striker, you know, or someone like Raul or something like that. Let's just have it. How much is Raul? Raul is 146 million, but he wants to sign for us, but we can't afford his fee with Real Madrid. Right, okay. Have Jesper Blomqvist and 74 million. We'll give you a good weekly salary, give you a 3-year contract. Yeah, you can have a release with 345 million. That's fine. You can have a goal bonus, an appearance bonus, and a win bonus in there as well. Let's see if we sign Raul, eh? Let's see if we sign Raul. Right, let's crack on. We're going to play our next pre-season game, which is Atletico Madrid. I'm hoping to get both games done in this episode, but that would depend on how the negotiations go in terms of transfers as well, because I remember they can be a little bit of a pain here. So I'll sort out the team and we'll be back for kickoff. Hello, and here we are for another pre-season friendly in this Asia Challenge Cup. Now, Man United line up against Atletico Madrid in Madrid, and this should be a very interesting game. A bit of a mixed lineup for Man United in this one, so we'll see this one all the way through to conclusion so that you can go through the lineups. But yeah, this should be a great game. The Atletico Madrid team of this era, I think Fernando Torres was just breaking through, so I don't think he's going to be starting up front for them. But yeah, the players line up and get ready for this one. You can see a few of the players there. Eric Nevland getting a start for Man United in this pre-season game. And I just absolutely love this mod. I just absolutely adore it. It is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So David Beckham's in the squad. Dwight York starts up top as well. A slight change of system. It's still a 4-4-2, but Giggs is pushed a little bit higher up. There is Atletico Madrid. So Juninho in attack midfield. Correa up front. Denea, Chamo, Molina in goal, who was on our list of players to potentially to sign, and Aguilera at right back as well. It's obviously not peak Atletico Madrid as we know it today. Schmeichel, Wes Brown, Stam, Johnson and Neville at the back. Keane, Scholes and Beckham, York, Nevland and Ryan Giggs on the left-hand side. It is more of a 4-4-2 than a 4-3-3, but I think we are ready to get into this one. And yeah, let's crack into it and get the game underway. Now, we use a stadium mod as well, so we're not going to get the same view at the same stadium. So it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve where when we try and figure out, oh, that's got through, good block from Yapstam, as we try and figure out what we can, where we can see and what we can do from these views as we go up long towards Netherlands. Doesn't win that. York's there, poor pass. And it's going to fall nicely to Atletico Madrid. Yapstam going to try and meet Kiko on the ball for Madrid. Yapstam gets a good foot in, wins it, but can't get on the second ball. Up it goes again. Here's a good turn into the area. Shot, big save from Big Peter Schmeichel. And that was a chance there for Madrid to definitely go 1-0 up. Really big save from the Dane in goal. And yeah, we're not... I'm struggling to get used to this view, but that's all part and parcel of this mod where we try and make it as TV broadcasty realistic as possible. Good tackle from David Beckham, but can't keep the ball in play. 15 minutes gone, and Atletico Madrid are having the chances. Now, I have lots of mods installed as part of this PES99 pack, and we can change the stadium cam if it is a bit too flat, as Phil Neville needs to get out to the ball here, and it goes towards Stam. Oh, he's chested that down. Lovely, Yap Stam. Right, Beckham. Oh, he's caught on the ball again, but it is actually a foul, and oh, David Beckham, oh, it's looking to get on with it quickly. But Beckham, good turn. It was Juninho, yeah, and maybe just caught his feet a little bit before the ball, but also could be deemed a little bit harsh, that one. Right, we've got no short options, so let's see if we can get the ball up there. Netherland again, not going to win that one, but that is going to fall to Ryan Giggs. Let's whip in an early cross up towards York. York goes for the header, but couldn't quite make it count. I think it's going to drift out for a throw, and it does. Yeah. And we're going to try and get Giggs involved a little bit higher up the pitch with this slightly different 4-4-2. But at the moment, we've got to defend. Kiko comes forward with it from Madrid. Up it goes towards his strike partner, Correa. Ball through, and that is covered very well by Phil Neville, although that clearance isn't great. And it's Juninho on the ball, although Roy Keane comes over and wins it back and plays an early ball forward, looking for Neverland, but Eric Neverland's not going to have the strength or the power to get through there, and it is dealt with. Aguilera. Up it goes to Roberto. Roberto just drops that one back towards Aguilera, up towards Kiko again. Yapstam's going to gobble those up all day. Oh, that's a good ball through, splitting the defence. The shot goes wide. Johnson dived in with a late challenge. Luckily didn't catch the man. Atletico Madrid, long ball forward. Stam won the header. It fell nicely to Juninho. Good ball through. And then, just dragged the shot wide. And that is a good opportunity for Atletico Madrid. Peter Schmeichel is going to take this one short towards Yapstam. And just bring it out from defence. Big Yapstam knocks it back to Ronnie Johnson. Ronnie Johnson, early ball up towards Ryan Giggs. Going a bit more direct with these passes. Giggs does well to hold off his man and finds Phil Neville. Phil Neville gets his head up, tries to put a ball through to Neverland, who didn't really react. And Phil Neville wins that second ball there. Neverland lays it off for Scholes, and that's a tame through ball. Trying to loft the through ball to Dwight York. Didn't quite come off as Atletico Madrid come forward again. Stam challenges in the air well, and then Scholes loses the second ball. And that's a good 1-2. Can Keane get there? Ooh. The Juninho, I think it was, just slipped as he went to get that ball out from under his feet. Neverland is fouled, and with 3 minutes till half-time, it's 0-0 here in Madrid. Atletico Madrid have had the better of it, and we are not forming great, are we? So, Beckham, short into Johnson. We're just going to give that one back to Beckham as a bit of a playmaker. Oh, he's lost the ball there. Couldn't quite find Wes Brown. Yep, Stam does find Wes Brown, and Wes Brown wins a throw-in off his man. We'll take the positives of that. Quick ball in towards Scholes. Good turn. Lays it off to Johnson. Johnson can go out towards Phil Neville, and that is half-time. 0-0 here in Madrid, and, not a lot to scream and shout about in this one. I might need to extend the half's lengths or the game time so that we get a bit more action. But I will say this camera angle is making it tougher, but that is part of the challenge. So, Yapstam up to Wes Brown. Finds David Beckham. Beckham tries to put it up towards Neverland again, who's not really a target man, but we're trying to use him like one today. As Giggs puts the man under pressure, and that will be a throw-in to Man United. And we're going to take this one relatively quickly because Scholes has pulled into a lovely bit of space there. We'll lay it back towards Yapstam. Scholes is calling for the ball and gets it. Paul Scholes on the edge of the area. Scholes shoots, it's a goal! Paul Scholes from range scores a goal for Man United. And Paul Scholes, my lord, he scores goals. What a rocket from Scholes into the top corner. Laid it back towards Yapstam and then just picked it back up. It was a bit of a strange 1-2, but it created space, and Scholes from the edge of the area drives it in off the post. It's a wonderful finish from Paul Scholes. Molina was beaten. All ends up. I think it was past him before he even reacted, but Paul Scholes out of his feet. Great hit that. 1-0 United. It's the first goal under Fergie, and Paul Scholes absolutely loves it. 1-0. And it's on a weird camera angle. I will take that all day. Great finish from Paul Scholes there, as rumours are around that Man United are looking to do some business in this transfer window, as Wes Brown goes down the line looking for York, who turns his man really well. Dwight York tries to put an early cross in. I think it's going to bounce through to the keeper, and does. But yes, there's been inquiries made for some big name players according to the articles in the newspapers and things like that. As here is Roy Keane back to Neville. Up it goes towards Roy Keane again. Heavy touch from the midfielder, from the captain. Not what you would expect from Roy Keane, but Man United have the lead, and the goal came from Paul Scholes, and it was an absolute rocket from the edge of the area. Now, here come Atletico Madrid. Over the top, looking for a good header down from Kiko, and it was. Yapstam wins the second ball, though, and David Beckham can go up towards Dwight York. Really good defending again from the Atletico Madrid centre-backs. They've kept Neverland and York quiet in this one. They really have. Ball through. Great turn. Laid off. Shot deflected just past the post. 20 minutes to go. I wonder if we should get some fresh legs on. Eric Neville's not had the best of games. Let's get Andy Cole back on up front to partner Dwight York. As we just watched this replay, great deflection there from Yapstam. It goes past the post. And it is 1-0 now. We can't see too much which is happening here, but it will be Juninho with the corner for Atletico Madrid. Swings it in, and Peter Schmeichel claims it. And let's see if we've got counter-attack option up there. We do. It's Ryan Giggs who is the outlet. Andy Cole is now on the pitch, and Andy Cole, can he get there? Tries to flick it through one more to Paul Scholes, but couldn't quite get that pass right. Long throw. Dwight York's going to win that header. It's going to fall to Roy Keane. He then finds Wes Brown up to David Beckham. Good turn on the ball from Becks. Puts it up again towards Andy Cole. Knocks that one down. Can Scholes get there? He does get there. Lays it off to Giggs. Giggs has an overlapping run from Phil Neville. Phil Neville can just cut that one back. Ryan Giggs going to swing in across, looking towards Andy Cole. Dwight York was up. And, yeah, well, it's going to fall now to the Atletico Madrid defence. And they are going to clear their lines, and they're going to clear it well. Atletico Madrid going over the top, looking for Correa into the space, but Jonsson's there to cover, and he goes back to Peter Schmeichel, and it is very, very good covering defending there from Ronnie Jonsson. We're starting to play a few more long, loose balls, but we do get on the end of that one. Scholes looks up, sees Andy Cole, tries to get the ball out of his feet. It's a good first touch from Cole, but really good tracking back from the Atletico Madrid midfielders there. Yapstam, for the first time in the game, is beaten in the air. Roy Keane dives into the challenge and doesn't make it. Down the line. Good turn again. Lays it back. Shot from range. Schmeichel parries it clear. It's going to fall there to the edge of the area. It's bouncing around. Can't quite see what's going on, and Yapstam's run it into his own net. There's not much I could do about that. I pressed clearance. I think he was in the process of trying to clear it, but Yapstam scores the own goal, and the Atletico Madrid players celebrate, and it's going to be 1-1 here. We'll get a better view from here. Juninho with a shot. Schmeichel saved it. Thought I blocked it there. It bounces around. Yeah, Stam was just trying to get into the animation. Couldn't quite keep it out. And that is 1-1, and a bit of a head shake moment there for Yapstam, innit? Good shot from Juninho. It was swerving. Schmeichel parried it out. It was put back into the danger zone, bouncing around. Stam's, I mean, he was tackled by Schmeichel as well. So, yeah, 1-1. A bit of a disappointment, that one. But I think if we get this sort of camera angle, I do need to just adjust it a little bit using the modification thing. But 1-1, Atletico Madrid get an equaliser with an own goal from that man there, Yapstam, which is a big, big disappointment. But a better performance. We're still not playing as good as I would like, but Scholes had a bit more space in that formation, which got us a good goal and a good finish. So let's crack on and see if we've got any news about our transfers. So we have some news. Raul has declined our offer and we won't be able to sign him. The transfer fee we offer is well below Madrid. Rustu, he's declined our offer and won't be able to sign him. He's a fighter that Fenerbahce can't afford to lose. We'll need to be at the top of our negotiating game to sign a player with such a key role at the club. And Djalmina, he's accepted our offer. Oh, okay. So Djalmina could be the one that is our first transfer. So yeah, Rustu, yeah, okay, they've just completely flat out rejected it. Raul, yeah, completely flat out rejected it as well. But Djalmina for 35 million, his release fee, and we are just under doubling his salary. He's on 45 grand. We're offering 72. So, well, let's confirm it. Our first signing is Djalmina. Now, be honest, who had that on their bingo card as a first signing at the club? So we get one player in the door. We've got 95 grand a week left in salary. Just thinking, who else can we have? We do really need another centre back. So I think I might go for Anderson or Vaughan's or Novotny. I think. We still do need another goalkeeper, so maybe Hans Jorgbut is that guy. Not sure. Melina didn't impress really. I mean, beaten from long range by Paul Scholes. It's happened to a number of good players. Stankovic would be a good signing. Titov will be joining us at some point. Trezeguet, Batistuta. I mean, how much would Trezeguet be? How much is Trezeguet? 75 million. And we'd have to pay 89 million. Wow. Okay, I think we need some player sales before we before we get in there. Let's sort out our... if I get it's in negotiation still, isn't it? If I go into my team... Right, okay. Players that we want to sell. Dennis Irwin. Transfer policy. We are open to offers. We will place him on the transfer list. David May. Transfer policy. We will place him on the transfer list. Henning Berg. Transfer policy. We will place him on the transfer list. Raymond van der Houw. Transfer policy. Transfer list. Yeah, that's what we're going with. We are being pretty ruthless. Who else? Blomqvist. Yeah, you can go. Transfer policy. Transfer list. I mean, Sheringham. I'm happy for Sheringham to go. Sheringham can go. We can bring in better than Teddy Sheringham. I'm probably keen to loan out maybe Notman and Healy. But yeah, that'll do for now. That's going to be quite some dramatic changes to the 99 squad. So let's go forward in time. We will play the second match as well in this one as well. We're going to take on the mighty Juventus. Zidane, Del Piero, Inzaghi, Deschamps, Conte, David, Delivio, Pesotto, Montero, Luliano and Peruzzi. It is at Old Trafford, so at least we know the camera angle will be pretty good for this one. Yeah, I'll sort out the team. We'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Old Trafford under the lights here, and Man United are taking on Juventus in a pre-season friendly. The final pre-season friendly before Man United will be taking on Arsenal in the Charity Shield for this one. And yeah, again, slightly rotated lineups, not too many changes. But more changes to the substitutes bench, to be honest. But this is a mighty fine Juventus team that we are taking on in pre-season, and this is going to be tough. Teddy Sheringham, by the way, gets a go in central midfield today alongside Keane. So we'll see how that one works out. But yeah, let's crack into the game. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gets the game underway. He's partnering Dwight York up front for the Red Devils today. And we'll see how this one goes. Dennis Irwin gets his first run out, I think, of the pre-season. Hopefully to put himself in the shop window, in all honesty. And, well, Jaap Stam scored the own goal in the last game, and he's given the ball away very early on here. Luke Chadwick is in for David Beckham to start on the right. So we're going to see how he gets on. That's good pressure there from Gary Neville. Chadwick plays an early ball looking for York, but couldn't quite get it right. Chadwick again trying to put some pressure on. Up it goes towards... that would be Del Piero. Here's Conte. He goes wide. Good pressure on that one from Luke Chadwick. And Luke Chadwick does look like he'll be a good little player to have in the squad, to be honest. The long throw is coming in. It is a good long throw as well. It's headed out. Edgar Davids is going to try and get on the end of it, but Solskjaer turns straight into problems. Here is Del Piero on the edge of the box. Don't let him shoot. We do get a good bit of pressure on him. Peter Schmeichel can hold on to that one. I'm expecting to be under the cosh quite a lot in this game. Here is Keane coming forward with it. Davids was just looking to put him under a little bit of pressure. Keane gets it back from Irwin into Sheringham, playing in this deeper role. Fires it up and finds Dwight York. York pings that one out, but really good interception from Pesotto. And immediately goes up and finds Del Piero, who finds Conte into Davids. Here is Zidane. Zinedine Zidane. It's great football from Juventus already. Del Piero trying some tricks, and Gary Neville didn't quite fall for them. It's very well defended there by the Englishman. As Davids picks it up again into Del Piero. Del Piero out to Zidane, and I think that was a wayward pass. It may have taken a deflection as Luke Chadwick keeps it in play and gets that one away up towards Solskjaer. Great header down from Solskjaer into Sheringham. York, oh, he just couldn't turn, and Luliano with a really good challenge on the Trinidadian, and it goes out again, and Juventus hold a bit of possession. Montero goes long. That's going to be easy for Ronnie Johnson, just to get that one back towards Peter Schmeichel. Out towards Dennis Irwin on the left. Roy Keane gives him an option in front. There's Giggs. Back to Keane. Giggs into Sheringham. Just lays that one off to Jaap Stam, who's offered himself in support. And Stam goes again for the 1-2. Roy Keane tries to get that away, but Zidane's there. And, well, Jaap Stam's going to be out of position here. But, well, that's turned into a lovely clearance from Johnson. And here is Chadwick, but Soto is not going to be beaten by the young Brit, and Juventus will look to turn defence into attack relatively quickly. Ball forward, headed down really well. Davids looks for a long ball forward. Stam heads it back nicely to his goalkeeper, and very, very calmly done by Jaap Stam, especially after the incident in the last game of scoring that own goal. Here is Keane. Irwin looks over the top to find Giggs. It's a really good ball and run, and Giggs has numbers in the middle, and Giggs tries to put a cross in. Sheringham tries to get there. And Roy Keane just takes the ball under his spell. Here is Luke Chadwick. Looks in towards Solskjaer, but couldn't quite get the pass right. And Del Piero, I'd say we're on top of Juventus here, but it's half-time. It's 0-0, but I think we've played quite well in that game. I do feel we've not tested Peruzzi, but Schmeichel's not been tested either. And I think, yeah, when we get into the proper season, we'll up the time length of the games. It feels like the halves are going a little bit too quick at the moment. Only one shot in the game, and that was for Juventus. No shots on target, no shots in the game from United. So we'll be looking for a bit of improvement in that in the second half. No changes as of yet, as a long ball forward is won by Ronnie Johnson. There's Stam. Up to Neville. Good ball round the corner to find Sheringham. Sheringham can lay that off to Keane. Keane gets the ball forward in towards Solskjaer, who just does well to hold off Zidane. That's a really bad pass from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and it's going to give a chance for Filippo Inzaghi to come forward. He finds Del Piero. Del Piero holds off his man really well, Del Piero. And he's put that one out to Didier Deschamps. Back in the midfield to Del Piero. Shot from range, and Schmeichel with a flying save puts it behind for a corner. And it's the first real, well, goalkeeping contribution of note, as Del Piero linked up well with Didier Deschamps, who's just moving Roy Keane across the midfield. And it's a great effort from Del Piero, who is rumoured to be interested in a move to Man United, but no formal bid just yet. So 55 minutes gone. Corner to be taken by Zinedine Zidane. In it goes. Roy Keane with a really good defensive header away. And it's a foot race between Dwight York and Zinedine Zidane, and Dwight York wins it, and he's getting away from the Juventus players. He really is. Dwight York puts it in towards Solskjaer. Back towards York. Just uses his strength well and holds up his man as Luke Chadwick goes beyond him. Chadwick's there. Tries to put in a cross with his left foot. It's headed away really well by Pasotto, and Delivio's going to pick this one up. Have a bit of time on it. He goes up looking towards Inzaghi, who did get the first header, but Gary Neville reads his knockdown well. Chadwick inside finds Sheringham, just runs into Zidane and then gives the ball away. Obviously much more used to playing it up high, and that is a lovely ball through, and Filippo Inzaghi is one-on-one with Schmeichel. He's chipped it over him, and it's 1-0 Juventus. 20 minutes to go, and a counter-attack of the ages there. They win the ball from a sloppy pass from Teddy Sheringham, and Inzaghi runs through and chips the keeper and makes it 1-0 Juventus. So a couple of changes then. Teddy Sheringham's last involvement was to give the ball away for a goal, and Dennis Irwin comes off to be replaced by John O'Shea, the youngster getting a run out at left back for United. Teddy Sheringham was replaced by Nicky Butt. So a couple of younger players coming on here as Ryan Giggs is robbed by Alessandro Delivio very well. Didier Deschamps finds Del Piero. Up it goes to Conte. Back towards Zidane, and that's a lovely, really good ball through. But John O'Shea covered that one very well. The youngster showing some good awareness there. As Roy Keane tells him, don't you worry, I'll take over this one. Giggs plays a nice little 1-2 with Keane to try and create some space. Roy Keane finds Nicky Butt. Nicky Butt looks up and tries to put a ball through up towards Dwight York, but couldn't quite get there. Oh, and we've brought Gary Neville a long way out from right back to try and win that ball, and couldn't get it. 10 minutes to go. They're going to need something here. Gary Neville puts pressure on there. Long ball forward again, looking towards Inzaghi, who does win the header. But Jaap Stam's there, covering well. John O'Shea up towards Roy Keane. Infield towards Nicky Butt. Just shows too much of it to Edgar Davids, and Nicky Butt v Edgar Davids is only going to be one-way winner, isn't it? As Inzaghi puts that one through again. John O'Shea's there, clears his lines but falls over while doing it, and Roy Keane fouls Zinedine Zidane. 4 minutes to go. Let's give someone else a run. Let's give Roy Keane a rest. We'll bring on Jonathan Greening just for a run in midfield, and he'll get the privilege of captaining Man United because it just hands it over to the sub that replaces him. So with 4 minutes to go, Del Piero over the free kick. It didn't go for goal. Swung it to the back post. It's chested down well. And they're just holding the ball on the edge of the area, and Jaap Stam comes. It's another free kick. This is a goal. This has got goal written all over it. Jaap Stam just comes colliding in here. I felt like he got the ball. Well, maybe he just pushed Del Piero out of the way, to be honest. But yeah, I think Zidane or Del Piero is going to go for goal. So I'm going to move Schmeichel, and it worked out wonderfully well, allowing us to get a good save there. That's a great ball out to find Giggsy as well. Ryan Giggs. Jonathan Greening gets his first touch of the ball as captain. Time is nearly up. Jonathan Greening is going to go long with this one. Oh, I didn't quite get in the right distance on it, and Zidane clears it. And that is the end of pre-season. It is a loss to Juventus, which is, I mean, there's no harm in that. That's a fantastic Juventus squad. But yeah, Zinedine Zidane didn't do too much, but a lovely finish from Inzaghi over Peter Schmeichel. Right, let's go and see if there's any news on transfers. We haven't made any more. We need some offers. That's what we need. So we have Djalmina joining the club. He is officially a Man United player, an option on that left-hand side, along with Ryan Giggs. Very excited to see what he can bring to the club. There has been no offers, so the next episode we'll be diving into the Charity Shield against Arsenal. We'll up the time of the game and see how it goes. But Djalmina happy to be at United, hoping to raise his game and take the Red Devils, well, to better performances than what we've seen in pre-season anyway. Okay, so before we go, we have an interest and an offer from Teddy Sheringham from Borussia Dortmund. So I'll be interested to see what this offer is. So negotiations. We actually have some scouting news as well. So they've found Fabio Cannavaro, Paulo Alves and Marcus Babbel in there, our scouts. So they've been doing a good job. But yes, one offer is for Teddy Sheringham. 26 million. I mean, I know he's worth 41 million, but I feel like 26 million is okay. I don't want to go too high. Can we get like 30? Can you do 30? Have they got anyone that I want? Jurgen Kohler at the back would be massive, but he's 32. Dede was quite a good left back as well. Like, Gruen's quite a good left back. What about strikers? Could we do striker for striker? Chapusat? Herlich? I remember him. Kirovsky? Tanko Barbarez. Obviously, Dortmund weren't amazing at this time. Lars Ricken was good, though, at 22. Lars Ricken was good. They are on Donker as well. We're going to try for 30 million. We're going to try and see if we can get 30.6 million. But we won't find out until the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying it. Keep getting the recommendations of players you want to see and things like that down below, because we'll keep adding them to the list and having a look. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back for the Charity Shield in the next episode against Arsenal. See you then. Cheers.